So we textured our comet. We textured the ice chunks. We need to make those smaller. We created a planet. We went in Photoshop, did some painting, some stuff with that. We created a sphere with a ramp shader with a transparency to give it a little bit of sense of an atmosphere. And we also created another sphere and attach a cloud map to it. And that cloud map we use as an alpha channel, so we have transparency, so it looks like there's some clouds on our planet. And we're starting to build our scene. Now, what we need to do is I need to start my comet off at an initial state. So it's just not starting here. So, before we do that, let's go back here. For my particle shape, dynamic, the scale that we created, creation, we're going to make this smaller. So I'm probably going to go to 0.025 and 0.5. So they're going to come out smaller. So it looks like there's some chunks there. Now, what we're going to do, stop. And now I'm going to save this. And then, what we're going to do now is I'm going to set this for a good length of time, and then I'm going to set the initial state of all of my dynamics. So we're going to let it run and run and run and run. And I'm letting it run so I can get initial state, and then we're going to start from there, and then we're going to cache all of this wonderful information. So we're here. We have our chunks starting. We have our kind of sparks and dust. We have that over it. And I am going to, well, before we do that, let's go ahead and do a quick render. I just want to see what it looks like all to kind of gather. Maybe still need to affect the edges a little bit. Okay. Definitely need to affect the points, make them look like something else, maybe sparks. I don't know. And we got to soften up this transparency here. So we got to kind of bring that down as well too. And then I probably need to, before I do this, I need to do two things. One, on my main one, for my trail. Oh, also my trail, this one here needs to get parented to my comet group. It's the one we're using to emit the chunks of the comet. And this one here, trail 2, I need to bring down my spread some. And then the other thing I want to do with my shape, and I probably need to increase my threshold. I might bring down the surface shading some and the opacity some. That might be too much. There we go. So we used to be able to see a little bit of it now. I guess when I changed the spread, then it kind of went away. Oh, so now we just ran into this problem here. All right, there we go. All right, so that's inside of there. We're okay. I'm not too thrilled with it, and I would like to make it feel a little bit more wispy. Bring that now. All right, so very quickly, let's go ahead and do this. We're going to let it run. Oops, I do want to go back and bring this back down. There we go.
What's the amount they have for the runtime?
Runtime,
Yes.
I put it all the way to 1,000. And
It's 250.
all right, let's go ahead and finish this up. Go ahead and take a break.